How do everyone? I still love that intro. It's amazing.
Yeah. The second one of the two. The first one, I've just realised how loud that alarm clock is.
Yeah. I didn't test it. I just put it on. But yeah, that'll wake you up at this time of day. Welcome everyone to our brand new show. This is Tea Time Tuesdays on the XBL Party Podcast Show. This is going to be a sort of trimmed down, more chilled show weekly on a Tuesday night, 8 p.m. GMT, where unlike the sort of main podcast shows, we have a handful of topics. We're aiming for three a show, three courses, as we put it. And we're just going to have a chat. Now, this week, it's me and the Ginner. Next week, we will have our other regular cohort on of Redders, but he's got no internet at the moment, so he's not here.
Yeah, how dare he choose to move this week?
Disgusting, isn't it? Disgusting, not having internet. But big shout out to the Muppet, Slayer Exclusive Gaming, and Toolman55 in the chat. Thank you for joining us. How are you, Jenna?
Yeah, I'm good. I've had a busy couple of weeks. You know, Christmas, New Year's, children's birthdays, renovating gaming areas without telling people beforehand. You know, didn't cause any issues at all. Yeah, it's been really busy. Not as much gaming as I'd like, apart from Halo, as we were discussing before this. You know, I'm a bit of a fan, as you can see, and I'm level 76 now on the Battle Pass. So I keep meaning to play more games, and then whenever I do, I end up just turning Halo on and blasting that for the spare hour I managed to get.
That's about right. I mean, I literally put a list of things I wanted to play over Christmas, and I played about one of them. The rest are just I've been clearing out the chaff, and then I keep buying more games and clearing out them, and before playing the ones on my backlog. So it's the curse.
I know. I thought I was pretty well set, and I was going to catch up, and then that Billboard platforming game we were talking about earlier, I can't remember the name of it, came up out of nowhere today, and I was like, oh yeah, that looks interesting. That's another one.
Yeah, I saw that. What's weird, I saw that about a year ago, and it wasn't coming out to Xbox. So I was like, oh, what a shame. And now it is. I was like, hey, day one. And they've also put another game out. Starts with a G, Goroga
Like
or something
puzzle.
like that. Yeah, like a weird puzzle game. I'm going to try that. It might be awful, but I'm going to give it a go. That's how the joys of Game Pass. Do you know what I mean?
I'll keep an eye for your review as to whether I started or not then.
I think it's all right for achievements. I'll probably get through it, but I burnt out over Christmas. What did I get? Like too much. I just went mad. Everyone started the month saying they were going to be smashing gamer scores. Like, I better keep up. And then everyone flatlined at the end. I was gutted. Like Slayer dropped off, Sensei dropped off. It's like
the MS points. That's what I'm addicted to. Less than gamer score. I can't stop at the moment. I've earned, since Halo released, I think I've earned 20 quid in MS rewards. So, yeah,
I've just redeemed a tenner's worth yesterday. But, yeah, I end up getting about 10, 15 quid a month on them. They're fantastic.
Yeah, I saw someone bought a controller the other day. So that's my new target, getting a custom controller.
Talk to Slayer. He had 500 quid's worth he redeemed.
Jesus.
But you can only do 500 a year. So I believe, if I'm right, apologies, Slave, I get this wrong, but I'm sure he said you can only redeem 500 a year. So he's been waiting to the new year to hit to redeem them. So
he's got to sit there for another year now with everything he earns.
That's it, yeah. My problem is as soon as I get it, I spend it. Like every time I get a $5, I put it on a game or something like that. I can't really save a lot. So.
I was scrolling Twitter the other day and somebody said Heavy Rain 2 is a good game. I was like, it's $5, I'll buy it. And use my points straight away. So yeah, I'm the same. No self-control. I want to get Guardians of the Galaxy, but that or a controller, that's where I'm going to be saving, I think.
I just got the 20th for Christmas, the 20th anniversary controller. So
yeah,
I got my kid the Forza one, the Forza Horizon 5 one. So he's happy with that. But yeah, I want Guardians, definitely. It's just I'm waiting for the right time. Shout out to Scott in chat as well. Thank you for joining. How do? So shall we get right into it then? We'll get to the fire because it's obviously we've got to have the nice chat. Let's get it up ready. Only the best on these shows. I've muted it so you don't think we've got terrible mics. Look at that.
A lot of crackling.
There's a lot of crackling.
I forgot to bring my cup of tea. I've only got water. First show already down to Swanee.
tea time, and you're not even brought your tea. What's that about?
It's nature's tea. That's what it is.
Oh, I'm crashing hard at the moment. I've cut out coffee completely now. I'm just drinking like fruit tea and water. Oh my god, I feel like a bus ran me over. Jesus, holy hell! It's horrendous. It's horrendous.
I don't have sugar in my tea or my coffee, and I haven't for a while. But I've been upping the amount of coffee I drink, and now Now I only had one coffee today. I've had a bad headache all day. I think I'm starting to get withdrawals. My body's just not used to it. So
Yeah, I had that for like last sort of 3 or 4 days. I'm just getting a bit better now. Now I finally sort of flushed it out with all the water I've been drinking, but I'm just running to the loo every like 10 minutes 'cause I'm drinking that much. That's the downside of it. But oh man, I felt rough over Christmas. I thought it's time. It's time. But yeah, so we'll start off with our starter, our appetizer as such, which is 2022 New Year's resolutions in gaming. So, what sort of resolutions have you got for this year then?
So I got three main ones. The first one is I'm going to stop buying anything Halo related for a year because I've gone a bit overboard. I said this to
What
my
do you
wife
mean?
earlier, and she just didn't believe me. And then I opened Facebook, and there was a Halo decanter set on there. So a helmet, the actual Chiefs helmet, and four glasses, like laser engraved Halo Infinite. And then I was like, oh my god, I've lasted a minute, and I already want to buy more Halo merch that I don't need and will never use. So yeah, I'm gonna cut back on that because I just keep buying loads of it. Like apart from battle passes, I'm gonna hold back. I'm gonna finish more games. I think there's a lot of games on my backlist that I want to go back and complete. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2, Doom Eternal. I loved them, played them, and then just never finished them. So I'm gonna get them done this year. And the third one is to at some point, probably towards the end of the year, try get a PS5. I think, yeah, controversial one. But yeah, at some point this year, I'm not saying I'm going to buy it. I'm going to try to buy it at some point this year. So yeah, that's my free.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, I want to get a PS5, but I'm in no rush, and there's a lot of stuff coming out mid-year that I want. Like there's the Amico, and there's this. I think it's like a mini Amstrad handheld, like a machine console. I think it's an Amstrad. I can't remember. I've got it sort of sat in my waiting list on Amazon. So, and then there's another little Sega mini arcade machine coming out. Oh my god! So I'm tempted to get them over the PlayStation 5 for now. But my main ones are just sort of clear through the amount of stuff I've got. I've got so much. I've either started and not finished, or I've just bought and never even looked at. So thankfully, with the Xbox on the home, you get the groups, don't you? And you can set them on the homepage.
Yeah.
So I've got one for like reviews. I've got one for like finish this game and because you've started it, or you've got like one achievement left, so go for that and clear it off your hard drive. Then I've got my like Ashes 2022 games to play, which are the ones that I'm not going in for the achievements. I'm going in to play for fun.
Yeah.
And the bigger games, like there's Yakuza's on there. There's all sorts of stuff that I've started. Like I want to finish Avengers at some point, just the campaign, because I started it and quite enjoyed the campaign. Couldn't get the multiplayer to work, but it's had the next gen patch since I started it. So I'm thinking, yeah, let's go for that and have a go and play through it. Do you know what I mean? See how it goes. So
yeah, it's one I didn't finish either. I was playing it with my daughter, and she really enjoyed it. She's like big into Marvel stuff, so yeah, I need to go back and finish the campaign because, like you said, it wasn't a bad campaign. It was just grinding for anything worthwhile, and then the end game didn't appeal to me at all. So I kind of just, as I played it, I was like, I'm not going to like it when this is finished. So
yeah, I think there's more DLC out now. Has the Wakanda one come out, and the Black Panther one, and there's the Hawkeye, and then there's the not Hawkeye, but is Hawkeye DLC as well.
Kate Bishop is it, his daughter?
Yeah,
yeah.
So my idea is to play through them, finish like the story mode on a lot of them, and really just sort of clear through my huge backlog. But in terms of buying, my idea is now I'm not buying a game unless I desperately want it on release, because I've been burnt so many times these last few months buying a game full price and then not playing it and it comes to Game Pass, it's just cost. And I'm like I got annoyed that I bought Kingdom Hearts 3, hardly played it, and it came to Game Pass. It's leaving Game Pass now, and I still haven't played it. So moral of the story is, wait for sort of sales, get stuff in sales unless it's something like I'm desperate for, and just sort of focus on what I've got really. And I'm trying new things. Like I say, the last year I got into indies really big, so I want to go more into them over the big AAAs, which is awesome. But yeah, shout out to Masuko Sensei, Thimba in the chat. Welcome. Enjoy the fire. It's lovely and warm. And another New Year's resolution for gaming is I have started muting anyone and everything that just posts turd on Twitter, and it's become a much nicer place. So far. I'm not blocking them because obviously it is the podcast channel. I don't want to really offend them and make their life worse because they can't access our content, but I don't want to see their content, so I've muted them so I don't see all the fanboyism, the sales and the 2 resolution higher wars and all that crap. I just mute them now, and it's a much nicer place. I recommend everyone do it, but I'm not blocking them. They can still see us if they really want, but they're not the sort of people that I think watch our channel anyway, so
I'm the same. I mute instead of blocking because every now and then people I do like following will quote a tweet and just point out how ridiculous it is. Then if you actually click on it, you can see who's being the idiot, and you're like, glad I got that person still muted.
Yeah, exactly.
They haven't changed. Yeah, so that was good. Yeah, don't block. You miss out on fun things if you block people.
Yeah, exactly. So I started blocking, and then I was like, no, I'm just going to go mute. So trim that down. And I want to play more games with people. Like I say, I'm going to try and get into the community game nights and stuff like that. I think that'll be I enjoyed the ones I did last year, but towards the end of the year, it sort of petered off because obviously we were doing the podcast at the same time. So hopefully this year we'll have a bit of a break from that, and we can.
They're good fun. I know they're doing one this Saturday again, aren't they? And I'm trying to remember what games they're doing. I think Forza's on there, and Poker is another game. I can't remember what the other one is, but anyone who hasn't, just check out Mr. Tushy on Twitter. He advertises community game nights every Saturday. You can just meet people and play Xbox, and then they do an American one straight afterwards with Nukem.
I think they've also on about doing an Australian one, aren't they? Beforehand now, they were talking about on Twitter this morning. So literally for gaming nights, they're everywhere. And I'm going to go to that. I'm going to go to the social meetup as well. But it seemed like September. I could be dead by then.
It's true.
Remind me closer. Remind me August, and then I'll book it off. So
yeah, I'll head up with you. Me, you, and Redders.
Yeah, we'll raise hell. Cause havoc.
Yeah. 6'10" Redders. In case we get lost, we'll find him.
I just imagine Redders, like he used to be into wrestling. I think he used to wear dungarees. He had the corn out the mouth and like a straw hat on. That's his wrestling persona. I swear, that's got to be it.
Definitely a black and red checked shirt under those dungarees as well.
That's it, yeah. But yeah, I've not got high hopes this year. There's not a lot on my radar. I don't think that's coming out that's sort of blowing my mind that I need to have. I mean, Starfield looks all right, and I'm sure there's something else coming this year that I forgot. But
is that indie game? Is it replaced? Oh, a name similar to that looks fantastic, like a cyberpunk pixel retro game. It looks really good.
Oh, there's Tunic as well. I'm looking forward to that. But I mean, from Xbox, Xbox core exclusive games, there's not a lot for me that is my type of guy. I'm not a Fallout kind of guy. I don't have the time at the moment. So I'm really looking forward to the year with the console. Game Pass has been amazing so far. Looking to future on that. But Redfall, that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott. That I could not remember the name of it. Yeah.
I'm unsure on that because I thought I was really going to get in for Back 4 Blood because I loved Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2. And then I played the beta, loved it. I was like, I'm going to be playing this so much. And I just haven't played it since it's come out. And if Redfall has an early access, I might avoid it so I don't end up burning myself out like I did with Back 4 Blood. So.
Oh, I got really sad the other day because I was a huge Left 4 Dead fan. I looked at Back 4 Blood I've got it installed, and I was looking at what I could uninstall just to sort of. The problem I've got is I've got like 500 games installed, and when I want to play somewhere, I sort of like it's like watching Netflix. You spend more time browsing and not playing
Yeah.
or watching. So I'm like, I'm going to cut down to like 200 games installed, and it'll be a bit easier. And I was like, I'm really disappointed that I didn't play this a lot. When it was first announced, I was like, I'm buying the Ultimate straight away.
Yeah.
And then it came to Game Pass. I was like, well, I don't have to now. I'll try it first. And I only played it like 4 times, I think, 4 or 5 times, which is a shame because I absolutely love Left 4 Dead. And yeah,
I think what you need to do is you need to start getting up at 5 a.m. and we'll do a 5 till 7 a.m. Back 4 Blood stream every morning on Twitch until we manage to complete it.
Oh my God, I will die. Like I say, I'm glad I work from home today because I'm knackered, and I've got like an hour and a half drive, 2-hour drive in the morning to work. Tomorrow I'm getting a lift, thankfully, it's turned out. So I was like, yes. So I can just sort of like glaze over in the morning and not be with it. So I just started.
I can see where I work from my house, but I still work from home.
Oh, that's the joy that though, working from home. But I can only do it like once a week at the moment because I have to be like on site. Unfortunately, I'm like safety, so I have to be there inspecting things. So yeah. Thimber said Back 4 Blood is now Tencent division. Yes, it is. Yeah, they've now been bought by.
Made a huge mistake, and I haven't plugged my laptop in.
We can tell.
It's about to.
I like that you've got a picture of me as your profile picture.
Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'll look at the comments. Masuko's he's uninstalled like 80 games from his Xbox. It's just so much easier. Like I have so much, and then I just don't play a lot of them. It's like you've got too much at you to focus. So I sort of trimmed it down to sort of like short games and like the big hitters that I want to play. And now I'm really looking forward to it. So Muppet said he's lurking because his takeaway arrived. Oh man. I'm not saying I'm jealous, but I'm jealous. That's my New Year's resolution. Like in life, is to not have as many takeaways and fast food and stuff like that. So, I'm not jealous at all. Scott's put, what do you think the chance of Forza Motorsport coming out this year? Oh, I hope so. I've been playing Forza Horizon 5 with my son loads, and I really love it. I'm not the biggest fan on Forza Motorsport, like the sim aspect of it, but I do like playing it. I prefer the free roam, but because it's on Game Pass, I'll probably play it quite a lot. But I don't know whether the full game will come out or it'll be like the Halo beta where it's pretty much the game, but it's not complete. Maybe they'll do something like Gran Turismo did with the prologue, just so there's still content coming out, but it's not a lot of content for them, basically. Fimber's put, I remember some people sad about it. They're like, I would prefer Xbox bought it. Yeah, I mean, Turtle Rock. I wanted Turtle Rock to become an Xbox studio, but Back 4 Blood sort of didn't hit the sort of grand aspects it could have done, and the one before that, the one with the alien, wasn't very good either. So apart from Left 4 Dead 1, because they didn't make Left 4 Dead 2 Turtle Rock, I believe it's Turtle Rock. I could be saying the total wrong thing, but whoever made Left 4 Dead and Back 4 Blood, the last 2 games have been a little underwhelming for performance-wise. So Jinna's going to be back ASAP because, like a pry, he hasn't charged his laptop or something. So this fireside chat is going really well, guys. Really, really well. You know what? We'll turn up the volume. We'll listen to the crackles. Oof. But yeah, so big thank you to everyone who's tuned in for this absolute shit show that's going to pot right now.
I'm back. I don't know what you mean.
He's back.
So, funny story. You know, when I told you I've got this amazing new setup and, you know, everything's perfect and I've gone through every kink, one thing I may have forgot to do is plug my laptop in. So, years old laptop all of a sudden came up with a warning, battery low, lock in, and just turned itself off. So apologies for that, guys. I completely forgot to plug my laptop in when I set everything back up earlier today.
Oh, well, what we'll do, we'll jump on to our second topic because people in the chat are actually talking about it now. So Thimber's put, I'm sad about Square Enix is going for NFT and all that nonsense. And then Meisuke was put, yeah, so disappointed with Square Enix. And our second topic this week, our sort of main course, is the New Year's letter from the president of Square Enix that basically was like, we're going all in on NFTs. And we know people played games for fun, but we think you don't need to play for fun. You need to play for NFTs. It's shocking, isn't it, when you think about it?
You're not playing to enjoy the game. You're paying to contribute. That's what he was on about. Some people don't want to have fun anymore. They want to contribute to a game and feel like they've achieved something.
They want that ownership of the items and shit. Fuck off. Like the fact that they put that out. I mean, all those people say Microsoft might buy Square Enix. If they're doing NFTs, Microsoft didn't touch them with a barge pole. Like,
yeah, they've got people addicted to microtransactions and loot boxes and all of that stuff to where it's an accepted thing now. And there's people out there who are more interested in that side of the game than the game. Like, look at Halo for an example. You played Halo 1, Halo 2 back in the day. There was no rewards, no cosmetics. It was you chose a color and you went and killed people. That was it. Whereas now the game comes out as the best game players ever had, in my opinion, and people are like, I don't feel I'm being rewarded enough when I play it. I can't play this game. It's not rewarding me enough. Like, people, without even realizing, they've become so addicted that they need that little drip feed of, you've done well. Here's a little cookie. Like, these people need that now, otherwise they won't play. They physically won't play a game. I know I've told you this story before. I had a friend I used to live with where I played FIFA Ultimate Team, but I never bought any of the coins or the packs. I just played the tournament. I'd win money, and then my friend, bless him, became addicted to buying and selling players on their version of, like, the market. So he was a financial advisor, and he was just really good at it, buying people at certain times of the day, selling them for 30,000, 40,000 more coins later in the day. And he wouldn't even play the game. I would play matches, win, build the squads, and spend the money. And then any money was left over, he'd just sit there all day, just playing the transfer market. And there is people like that. And this is just going to milk them for everything they're worth, bless them.
Well, it's like mobile gaming. They call them whales, don't they? Because they're like 99% of mobile gaming revenue comes from like 1% of players.
Yeah.
And they spend an obscene amount of money, like create anything. And I understand it. These companies want to make money, but like cyber currency and NFTs are currently like one of the biggest consumers of energy on the planet. I was reading something this morning that the amount for the energy used in Bitcoin transfers last year was more than all of Norway used on its own.
It's incredible.
Like, they use cryptocurrency just for the transactions alone, for all of them, uses more than 158 countries in the world combined. Like, it's mind blowing. And it's funny that Square Enix are all like, "Oh, we're gonna do NFTs," but then they were also moaning that the Final Fantasy servers aren't as big because they can't buy servers because they're being bought for cryptocurrency. So you're funding your own downfall there.
Exactly. Yeah, but they don't even see the irony in what they're saying. They just think, I need money. I have these two methods. Give me stuff to make money.
Here's my Tifa NFT or whatever she's called, or I don't know. If Sensei's still in chat, he'll tell me what the Final Fantasy people are called. Vivendi or Vendi or whatever it's called. I can't remember off the Final Fantasy and stuff. Like, here is Cloud's gun sword thing in NFT for fuck off. It's like when Dead by Daylight said, he's doing Hellraiser as a NFT. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Why are you paying for a picture that is just a picture, and they're not even good pictures? They're like ugly monkeys and horrible shit.
I don't get it. I don't. I'm the same as you. I just don't get it, and I don't get where you. I get how you make money on it. It's art, so someone else will say,
Yeah, but
"Oh, I think I
someone's
want
got
that
to
more
want to
in the
buy that
future."
later.
That's how art works. Yeah,
It's money laundering.
normally
That's what
once
it
you're dead,
fucking
isn't it?
is.
That's when stuff becomes worth more.
Oh man, yeah. But Thimber's put RIP Square Enix, then Xbox buys it for cheap, lol. Then Xbox makes Final Fantasy 5-year exclusivity. And then soon in Square Enix pay Dogecoin to play Final Fantasy. Wouldn't surprise me. Honestly, I've given up hope for Square Enix. They don't give a shit about it. They do what they want. They're the only company I know that literally, like, every single one of their franchises has got a weird exclusivity to one place or another. And they're none of it follows a sort of any sort of rhyme or reason. They just do what they want. Like, who knows? Final Fantasy 16 exclusive to PlayStation for a bazillion years. The new IP 2 years or 1 year. Then another Final Fantasy game isn't exclusive. It's all money. It's greed.
Yeah, they're weird.
That's how sad I am.
They're all about money. They're not even trying to hide. I don't know that's what all companies are, but some companies, like to make games as well. Like, as well as making money, they actually care about the games they're making. Square Enix just seem to be, how can we make a game, but also make more money than ever out of this game? So
yeah. I mean, I would understand if they were trying to sell like Avengers NFTs because that game bombed. But like Final Fantasy makes a shit ton of money. It's just greed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's mad. It's madness, and they'll post record profits as always. And some sad poor bastard will spend $300 on a piece of armor or a picture for Final Fantasy, and then in like 5 years, when it's all crashed and burned, he'll be sat there crying over his solo picture that's now everywhere on the internet.
Yeah,
copy and paste it because
that's what I don't get.
You know that for copy and pasting a picture on Twitter because it's their NFT. You can just see it.
This is why I don't get. Like, it's everyone copies and pastes pictures and things off the internet.
I don't get how I'm a noob to like cryptocurrency and NFTs and stuff, but I don't understand it. Like, they sold Charlie Bit Me the video as an NFT.
Yeah.
But it's been on YouTube for fucking like 20 years. It's like one of the oldest videos I remember watching on YouTube. And they sold it for like $500,000. Fair play to him. I wish I could have sold it for $500,000.
Milk it for that YouTube money and then sell it off.
Yeah, we're going to sell a screen grab of this right now. All right.
Yeah.
That 50 quid NFT, you can have it. I don't understand what I'm doing, but yeah, worth it. Worth every penny.
Any of you offer to buy that for £50, I'm very disappointed in you in chat, okay?
We'll let you have access to our super secret Discord as well that I posted on Twitter the other day.
Super secret.
Super secret. Our own people don't even post in it.
It's true. Yeah.
It's true. It is. Yeah. Oh, that's a complaint for another day. To me, NFTs is like people who have some sus money and want to make it clean, and somehow this is it, right? Lack of regulations on NFTs and cryptos make that so easy. Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't. Who wants this money? No one does. It's crazy. It's all a big bloody scam. Someone's making a lot of money. It wouldn't surprise me if like all these people. I tell you what, I bet Nvidia and stuff are laughing to the bank though with their graphics cards selling out because of them. That's why they've announced a new one, isn't it? They've just announced a new one today, haven't they? Like a GTX 350 or something like that.
What I don't get is, how do these NFTs cause so much, like, why? Well, surely once the picture's made, it could just sit on a server that already exists, like an Azure cloud one or an Amazon one. Why does it cost? Why do you need all these graphics cards and shit to run these?
They're like mining for like how does Bitcoin, is it so worth so much money if you can stick a hard drive to just mine it automatically? Where does it come from? Who knows? Like, it's not there. You're making it exist. So how is it worth it? That's like me saying this is now worth $1,000 because I've said it is. And if you've got a cup, that's worth $1,000. And we're going to trade cups for chickens and shit. Do you know what I mean? It don't make sense. But maybe I'm just dumb.
Normally, the more of something that is, the less valuable it becomes.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that how it's supposed to work? But somehow these things are getting mined to access and somehow becoming worth more and more. It's
Yeah.
Maybe we're not clever enough to understand it. That's what it is.
Thimbers put also, someone pointed out something interesting. If they say it's great and make them so much money, why are they so interested on sharing it? Yeah, exactly. It's like a pyramid scheme. Someone at the top sat
Yeah.
laughing, and they're sprinkling it down. And then Square Enix president's like, yeah, give it me at the bottom.
I love the whole this NFT. What we're doing is you can like the way Ubisoft explained it, you can buy this armor and it'll have your name on it. And then when everybody uses it, they'll know it was from you. And then if this becomes popular or rare, you can sell it to someone else and you'll get a cut of whatever it sells for. And I think Ubisoft take like 40% and you keep the other 60 and blah blah blah. And it's like, well, why? Why not just make one version of something and sell that, and then one version of another one, and then
Yeah,
give you the option to sell it anyway, as opposed to no, I'll do it
yeah.
low effort, just put a little thing on it that makes this one slightly different to others, but you could own that slightly different one. And especially in gaming, how often do games just die and we move on to the next game? What game is like 10
especially
years old and
Ubisoft
being
games and
played?
stuff like that, multiplayers.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, we're talking about this on the podcast tomorrow, the retro podcast. But the Amico has digital only games, but they've done like physical releases of them, and they use like a blockchain, sort of like an NFT system for their codes. So you get like a little card in your physical case, and you put it on your console, and the limited numbers, and it says what it is. When you scan it on your console, it installs the game, says this is the limited edition number, this, and this. But you can then sell the box to someone else. If they put it on their console, it removes it from yours. So it's a digital game, but with like the ownership of a physical game, which is a good idea in some aspects, but obviously
It
blockchain
makes
and stuff
sense.
is bad for the world. So
Yeah. Isn't that what Xbox promised before and everyone went nuts?
yeah,
And they unveiled the
pretty
Xbox
much.
One. Yeah, but
So now we just get digital games. We can't do. I wish I could sell my digital games like Steam. I wish I could sell some of my Xbox games for like £1 each just to get some money back. I'd put it back into games anyway. I've got loads
yeah.
I'm never going to play again. So all those Ratalaika games. If I could get 50p a Ratalaika game, I'd be a rich man right now. I tell you.
You need to stop getting so many crap games. That's your problem.
Oh, they're sending me for review. I don't want to be mean, and it also means I beat Slayer in achievements. So I mean, I've got like 2 more months, and I've beat him for a year straight now. So not counting or anything.
No, not counting, obviously.
But yeah, for NFTs, I think we can all agree it's not a good idea. It's a really weird way to start your new year with the president saying.
I don't see any way that we benefit from it. Like as gamers, I can see why they benefit from it, absolutely. But as a gamer, the only way they're going to make you think you benefit is you could buy this one NFT and then one day it becomes really sought after and you could sell it for more money. That's it. That's the only way it would ever benefit you.
I just love the wording. It's like, however, with the advantages in token economies, users will be provided with explicit incentives, thereby resulting not only in a greater consistency in their motivation, but also creating a tangible upside to their creative efforts. This will lead to more people devoting themselves to such efforts and to greater possibilities of games growing in exciting ways. From having fun to earning to contributing. Like, that sounds like a job. I contribute at work. I want to have fun at home. I love it. I realise that some people who play to have fun and who currently form the majority of players have voiced their reservations toward these new trends, and understandably so. However, Square Enix says, fuck you. However, I believe that there will be a certain number of people with emotions. Their motivation is play to contribute. Well, holy shit. Play to contribute is a beta tester, not a financial backer. I mean, bloody hell. Oh my God. It's terrible. I hope it all burns in a fire.
Yeah. I'm sure that's how it
Fire.
works. Yeah. But no, I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's one of those things they're trying to push into gaming and it just doesn't seem to fit. So
Yeah.
they'll find a way. They'll find a way
definitely.
to make it.
definitely.
And it's not going to go away because there's money in it. As soon as people start buying, I mean, everyone complained about Halo Infinite cost of cosmetics. Then every fucker went out and bought the cat ears. So
Yeah, no. Do you know what? I have been that voice my concerns, but I just not buy them.
yeah,
I mean, I just feel like I don't mind paid cosmetics. I've bought them in other games. I've bought them in a few, but I feel like I have to justify the worth. And I just think with some games, especially Halo Infinite recently, what you get for the amount of money, you can get a lot more in other games. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
I mean, they showed off like what you get for $20 in Halo. You get like that little Halo keychain thing, and for $20 in Fortnite, you get like a full pack, like weapons, costume skins, and stuff. I'm like, I agree, it's what people are willing to pay, but it's just it comes off a little scummy to me. So, especially when they've removed all of the like customization options, if they were still there, and then they added all this cool stuff on top for a paid extra, it probably wouldn't be as bad. But it's like they've stripped it down to nothing and said, "Well, get paid, bitches." So, Thimber said in the topics of games, he saw an indie dev asking for help with their game. Fuga, yeah, I've heard of that. It's like you like cats, like humanoid cats. Apparently, the game sales didn't even cover the production costs. Yeah, I heard that. But yeah, you're right. He said for indie title, the game is kind of expensive. Yeah, I think it was like a full price. It was like 35, 40 quid for this indie game. And it looks quite interesting. But I wanted it, but it's for that price, I could get like 6 indie games. So it's like you've got to weigh it up. And
yeah,
it is a pitfall of some indies. If they go for the higher price, they're not going to sell as many. Now, I have seen it online in some places for about 10, 15 quid. I would be more interested at that. I'm not going to lie. I'll definitely pick it up in future. But yeah, it's a shame when indie devs, there's been a couple this year that haven't done very well. They've been quite vocal about it. We covered one on our channel called Shindig. It was a PC sort of point and click adventure game, very wholesome version as well, like really upbeat, friendly, all about like helping each other and stuff. I mean, obviously it doesn't appeal to everyone, and that wasn't expensive, but it didn't sell well, which is a shame. But it's all about knowing your market and getting your name out there and stuff. But that Fuga, yeah, he's saying $40 for the standard, 60 for the deluxe for an indie game. So
yeah, it's a lot of money for an indie.
yeah, especially with Game Pass as well now. It's people will be like, I'll get the cheaper games and then play the others on Game Pass. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, shame.
Yeah. But what can you do? It's not our fault. Sorry.
If it had a tasty NFT that came with it, maybe I'd be more tempted, you know?
That's it. Masuko saying fireplace burning talk. Damn right, we're going to chuck those NFTs right in this fireplace. I tell you what, I'm gutted though. I don't have HBO Max because obviously with the UK, us peasants haven't been given the joy of it. In America, they have got like a Cowl's Moving Castle, Calcifer fireplace thing that they released recently, and us peasants in the UK haven't been given it yet. So it's just like a loop of the the fireplace from Howl's Moving Castle. But I want it so bad. My missus loves Howl's Moving Castle, so I just want to put it on one day. I just hope it's like what's his face? I can't remember his name now. Does the voice of him? Does Mike in Monsters Inc. I hope he just spits stuff out every now and again.
Sure, if you ask nicely, someone who watches this in America will find a way to record a 30-second loop for you and send it over.
I'm surprised it's not online at the moment, honestly. But yeah, Thimber's put Death Door was like $20, so devs need a little bit of reasoning for being a higher price. Yeah, totally agree, mate.
I took a chance on
like a Game of the Year worthy game at 20, and then your game no one's heard of at 60, and wonder why they're not selling.
Yeah, Death Door was one of the best games I played this year. It was my favorite indie. They priced it just right as well because he was like, yeah, I'll give it a go. I've heard good things. Whereas, like you said, if it's like 35, 40 quid and you're like, oh, I'll give it a try. It's like, yeah, that's a bit much just to.
Yeah, my thing with indies is I'll buy them because they're a lot cheaper. because it's worth the risk then. Like, but a
Yeah.
lot of indies. I mean, I've been playing a lot from itch.io, and they're like, I buy them in bundles for like 10 quid for like 50 games, but some of them are like very sort of artistic, or the very sort of the weird concepts. So I don't want to spend a huge amount because I might not enjoy them, but I'm willing to give out a go if it's at a reasonable price. Do you know what I mean? Same
Yeah.
with a lot of the games on Xbox I've picked up recently. They've been the sort of lower scale price, but I've had a great good time with a lot of them. So hey,
We're just cheap. That's the problem.
that's it. I tell you what, I played Alba today. Alba's really good. The wildlife adventure. That's really sweet. You're like this little girl and you're on an island and you're basically restoring this nature reserve, rebuilding it and taking photos of animals and stuff and healing them and that. So
Sounds very relaxing.
yeah, it is. Oh, there's no combat or anything, but it's a couple of hours of gameplay. Really fun. Yeah, really enjoyed that. My Sucos put indie games give awesome value for money. Most of the time,
Yeah.
yes. There are some that don't, but the 95% of the time they do. So, and we'll move on to our last topic, because like I say, this is only supposed to be sort of like an hour max. The achievements popped up on True Achievements and other achievement tracking websites for Goldeneye on Xbox, and I was like, ooh. So there's a good chance that we may actually finally see Goldeneye come to Xbox after all these years, after Rare remade it, like remastered it, even though that got leaked last year. I feel that may have helped or may have been planned, that a full playable build happened to leak online. And it was awesome.
Yeah.
I have played it, and you could switch between like classic graphics and modern graphics. But there's rumors it's coming out to Xbox and probably Nintendo Switch on the whatever the Nintendo Switch Online.
Switch store is there?
Yeah. No, it's going to be part of that. The paid subscription.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's going to be a remaster. It's just going to be the original game on Switch, basically. They've put Banjo-Kazooie and stuff on there already, so there's rumours it's coming to that. And I was like, that sounds really awesome. So I quite like GoldenEye. I quite like classic Rare games, so I'm well up for that. I thank Betty White for sacrificing herself to Satan to give us it, because the day she died, the day it got leaked. So
yeah,
here we go. Thank you, Betty. If it doesn't happen, then she'll come back, hopefully. So
fingers crossed. I'd like to have her back. Good egg she was.
Dimber said something interesting. It's only listed for Xbox One. Well, it might just be played via backwards compatibility. I mean, if they built this, technically got made. I believe it was originally the remaster was made on the 360. They did it on the 360. It never got released, so they may have just ported that over. I don't know. It could just be the original game pumped back out at a higher resolution. But literally, there was Rare devs playing it last week. They were unlocking achievements on it last week, all the way back for a few months. So it's obviously been in. Someone's got it, and they wouldn't have the achievements up if it wasn't coming out.
Yeah,
like you can't put the achievements on the system for a game that isn't coming. Do you know what I mean? So it's a very odd one. But I hope it comes out. I want to play it. I hope it's the remastered one with the flicking between the graphics.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see it. I think that was one of the first big FPS games on the GoldenEye. There was nothing really before it that I knew that people went out and bought consoles just to play or raved about. So
yeah. Oh, it sold so much.
Yeah.
And you were always a dirty, scummy bastard if you played as Oddjob in multiplayer, because he was like one hit kill no matter what, bastard.
Oddjob versus Jules. Hardest game in the world. Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to be next gen. I don't think it's going to be like really high quality. It's either going to just be a port of the original N64 game, or it's going to be a slightly tweaked version of that 360 one that leaked last year, which you can still get online. I've got it installed on my computer still. It runs really well. And it's the full game, but you obviously can't play multiplayer on it because it's a ROM. But I hope it's that version, like I say, or a version like that where it's sort of like Halo Master Chief Collection, where it flicks between retro and modern, or slightly more modern graphics. It's still retro nowadays when you look at it. 360's ancient now.
Be funny to see if they kept the retro control scheme, so you had to use ABXY to move, left
Oh my
thumbstick to
god,
aim only if you pressed Z to shoot, and then it would be left trigger to shoot, RB to aim. If they have that mode on, then that'd be fantastic. Just to show the little ones how hard it used to be to play games in a day with only one thumbstick and you were aiming with the left thumbstick.
just trying to play any game on N64 was a challenge because every game had a different control scheme.
Yeah,
Like nowadays, you've got that sort of universal, like left trigger and right trigger are like break and go, or like zoom and shoot. Back then, like the N64, like the yellow stick in the middle might have done some. Sometimes you had to like play with it on its side, like you had something wrong with you because it was weird console.
Some racing games it was trigger on the back to go, other ones was A.
Yeah,
and just all games were like that back in the day. When it was kind of, like you said, universal. You'd pick up a controller and you wouldn't know instinctively what was go on a racing game. You kind of had to try your luck and see which button it was because no one read instructions. So
no, they never did at all. Never. No, although I used to, like when I used to get Mega Drive and used to get that big fat chunky booklet. I used to always read through that. I'd read all the crap after on.
Yeah, I'd read the story. I wouldn't read what the controls were. I'd just jump in and find that out.
Oh, no, I used to get it like we'd go to town or something, and I'd get it and I'd read it in car on way home.
Yeah,
like looking at all the like the power ups or the weapon. I don't know what they were like. I can't remember what games they'll be like. Batman Forever. They weren't classics, but I did used to love reading through them. I'm sad like that. I do miss physical manuals, but then I also understand we don't need them anymore. No. Nowadays, now games are bigger. They've all got the instructions. They show you on the screen as you're playing when you start now. Whereas back in day, they were just like, just start playing and that's it. So,
do you see the PC games used to be the best because they used to come in like cardboard boxes, like this big. And I remember I had Populous. I was bringing that home in a box like this, and I was like, "This is going to be so good." And it turned out it was. What an incredible game that was! But just
you used to get all sorts in them though in PC boxes, and you get like 12 discs. You're like, that's it, let's go.
Loads of instruction manuals. Each one has a different code for a different disc whilst you're installing.
Oh, yeah. I binned all my old PC boxes a while back. I had about 500, so I ripped out all the code and just slid them in the CD sleeves. I've literally got a big chunky box full of fucking retro PC games. Don't even know if they'll play on my computer now, my laptop, so... Meisuko says, how did you guys like the upgraded Quake they released a couple of months ago? I actually really enjoyed it. I haven't finished it. I played through it, a lot of it with Fabio. We played a bit of multiplayer. The campaign was good, but when we got into multiplayer, because he's in Brazil and I'm in UK, he had a lot of lag. I didn't. I was absolutely destroying him and winning. But he claims that there was a lot of lag because of the difference in regions. Whether that is true or not, we haven't got a clue. But
I've heard that excuse a lot from Fabio. Only when he's losing. Only when he's doing poor things. Oh, it's just the ping and the lag and the...
But it looked fantastic. It looked really good. It still looked retro, but I like that when they don't redo the graphics. They just make it so it looks crisp and clear and it runs amazing. And it was nice to play an FPS where it was so fast. Because they don't make them like that. I'd love to see Unreal and like the later Quakes and stuff come to Xbox at some point. I know they're on PC, but like let's get them ported to console. I want to play all those. Like, why have we not got Quake Arena on Xbox yet?
Yeah, it's like everyone thinks Doom Eternal is fast, and it is until you put Quake Remastered on. You're like, holy shit, this is so much faster.
Quake Remake is amazing. Masako said he liked it as well, and Thimba says sometimes I'm not able to join games, and sometimes it works. It sometimes it's like that with games. It's not all the time though, but it seems to happen a lot though.
See, Fimba mentioned about the gigantic Halo poster they've put up in Brazil, which if you haven't seen it is amazing. It's literally just almost the cover art off the box down the side of a building. They've just painted it.
Yeah, it looks amazing. Doesn't it? Like it's all been spray painted on a wall. It looks absolutely amazing.
And Seattle for New Year's. I'm not sure if you've seen that video. When they did the 10-second countdown, it was Halo music playing. The guitar solo bit.
I've seen that. That is cool.
So all the fireworks and the lights are timed perfectly to the Halo song. And then when it hits midnight, it flicks over to Beyonce Halo. It's pretty cool. Somehow it works. They managed to do it.
It'd have been amazing though if the fireworks went off and at midnight it went, subscribe to Game Pass.
Yeah.
Only $1 a month for your first month. That's it. Oh, man, that is pretty cool though. I'm back into Halo. I mean, I'd started to lose interest in it, but I'm much more interested in it this year. I'm looking forward to that TV show, especially after I watched that updated trailer.
Yeah, it looks a lot better, the second trailer.
Yeah. But yeah, I can't wait. But that's about it. I mean, that's our 3 topics, our starter, our main, and our dessert this week. If anyone's got out in the chat they want to quickly ask us or say, drop it in now. Let us know what you think. Like I say, this is going to be like a sort of more of a trimmed down, shorter show than the sort of main podcast has been. It can get quite bloated, 3+ hours, tons of panelists. This is one we're going to keep it to an hour and less. There will be Redders here next week as well. So
on the main podcast, we would still be doing that. What have you been playing this week section?
Yeah, so, exactly.
Yeah.
And also, if you're watching next week and you've got something you want to see us talk about, just fire us a message on Twitter, either me as I'm a Ghostbuster, the Jinner Gaming, or the XPL Party Podcast channel, with it in advance. We're going to pick like the 3 most interesting ones to talk about, really. So, and we'll go from there. And we might have some slightly more exciting graphics than the. It's still going strong though. Look, let's add it on.
Yeah, people love the logfire. Most popular part of the show.
What I wanted is like a little jacket and stuff.
Yeah,
pipe and a little book. And I'll open it. I'm like, are you sitting comfortably, children?
A little wingback chair.
That's it. Yeah.
Like I got my
nice advert or something.
You can see them, but I've got some lovely slippers that fit what you're describing.
Oh, do you know what? I've got some.
Oh, I can see. Here we go. We've got our comfy slippers on.
I think they're like goat something in them, like goat fur or some, or sheep fur or something inside. Proper nice.
I might know that
nice
exotic, known as Georget from Asda. So I don't think they got goat in these. Maybe ground down goat bone to keep the cost down. But that's about it.
Thimber's put one of the guys who worked at Halo. Yeah, he was one of the lead writers or something, I believe.
Yeah,
like that. It's gone to Riot Games. It happens once a game comes out. They cut down on staff on that game and just have like the core team that focuses on updates. And a lot of people, it's the same as every job. When you've finished like your pinnacle game, you want to try something new. And if they're only doing Halo, maybe it's like, I'm a bit bored of doing Halo all these years. It's time to go on to somewhere else. So I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just life, unfortunately. And we wish him well. Riot are a shitty company, but hey, maybe they've changed the practices around. They just got fined, what, like 18 million or something like that, was it?
Yeah, they got off lightly. So
yeah.
I hope you don't mind before we finish if I mentioned Thursday's show.
Yes.
So Thursday, XBL again, there's a new show coming, Open Gaming Chat. The idea is it's similar to what we've done here, but instead of it being me and Ash and Redders, it'll be me, sometimes another co-host, and any of you can join in. So in the description on YouTube will be the StreamYard link. You can click it. It'll show you waiting to join, and I'll bring you in. You can turn your camera on if you want. You can be microphone only if you don't want to show that hideous deformed face. And then we'll just talk about whatever topic you want for 5-10 minutes and then drop out. And then if there's somebody else waiting to come in with a topic they want to discuss, we'll bring them in. It's just kind of a way for everyone to get involved instead of just putting something in chat and hope it gets read. So yeah, it's a new idea. I don't think I've seen it on YouTube yet, so hopefully it doesn't end up just people joining and showing their junk for an hour. But
I'm gonna.
It's the internet. I'm not going to rule it out. Yeah, but yeah, hopefully you guys can check it out and might be able to actually put a face to some of the names or voices even.
We've got loads of cool stuff coming. Like I say, this year we're going all out. We've got this show we've started. We've got the Thursday show where you can join in. We're going to be doing we're going back to Twitch, doing Twitch streams, and we're going to be doing some sort of us v viewers in the future as well.
Yeah.
So if you think you're better than us, and you probably are on a lot of games, you'll be able to take us on at stuff in the future. We've got the retro podcast coming back tomorrow. That's pre-recorded, but we talk about different things, and it's only about 35-40 minutes long each week. That's going to be on Wednesdays. And then Friday mornings in the UK, the American show is on most weeks. And yeah, we've got loads of cool stuff coming. We've got daily reviews. We've got some sort of top 5 videos and stuff coming, indie showcase videos. They'll all be coming on the weekends. So yeah, lots and lots and lots of content.
We also have the XBL Civil War starting soon, don't we?
Yes,
UK versus
we're
USA.
doing a UK versus US Halo night where we're going to absolutely wreck them.
Pretty much.
So
yeah, they'll blame the ping. I'm sure Fabio will anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So keep an eye out for that. We're not sure exactly dates, and we're not sure what's happening with the main podcast. It will be on this Saturday, but after this Saturday, there may be a date change. It may not be on a weekend going forward, but we haven't 100% decided that. It's just getting very awkward for some of us. Me specifically, it's and Ginna, to attend every Saturday, and it's taking up a lot of personal time. Like weekends are like my only free time, and Saturday night I want to be gaming with the boys and like the gaming nights and stuff. And so we don't know whether we're going to keep doing the podcast on a Saturday or we're going to move it, or we'll just have a lineup change and maybe the others who can make it will sort of take over and we'll just be more sort of popping in as and when. But we'll still be here. Like I say, we're doing this Tuesday show together. I'm doing the Wednesday show with someone called Alistair. We've got the Thursday show that Ginna's doing. We're not going anywhere. It's just a bit of a change round for the new year. So let us know what you think, what you want to see, because there's still time to make changes. So.
But no, I mean, if anything, there's going to be more shows on XBL now because we're just going to start doing stuff at times we can. So
yeah,
we
were sort of stuck to the Saturday, weren't we? We were a bit rigid.
Yeah, and it was hard. Like a lot of weeks, people can't do it. I'm the same. I got 2 young kids and a wife who want to see me occasionally on weekends, so it was getting more and more difficult. And then in the evening, I think, like you said, gaming, that's the best time for getting on community game night. And even just if we have a few games, we chuck it on Twitch or something or on YouTube so people can still catch up with us. But yeah, I think every Saturday podcast was, after a little break, kind of realized, I can't keep doing every Saturday. I'd rather do in the week.
It'll be back this Saturday, but after that, we're going to have a sit and decide what we're doing. So it'll either be less regular, it'll either be the same, but it'll be on a different night, or a few of us will not be in it as much going forward. But it's not going anywhere. It's just things have to change, and that's why we're trying these new shows to sort of fill those gaps. So all of us that you really love, we're still here.
Still here. Next week, I promise I'll have a cup of tea ready. Yeah. And I'll remember to plug my laptop in so that
we'll have readers. We'll have a good chat next week. We'll have a good laugh. So.
I'm sure we'll have someone who's a lot angrier at some of the subjects next week as well.
Do you know what? It's been nice doing like an hour, and it's just been like chill, not shouting and arguing. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, it's the fire. It's the calming tones.
It is, mate. I tell you, it works. It works, my good sir. Oh, I'm ready for bed though.
That intro as well, fantastic. That little kind of Indian themed music going on and patterns. I really like that.
Yes, I hope you all enjoyed that. Originally, it was going to be. What was it going to be called?
Milk Mondays.
Full Fat Mondays. Full Fat Milk Mondays.
That's it. Yeah. 39p gaming opinions. Yeah.
Yeah, but we've back to do it Tuesday, so we couldn't have the Milk Monday. So you've missed out on a great pun there, guys. But yeah, big thank you to all you awesome people in chat today. I'm so grateful that all of you just turned up and listened to us, because I was worried it was just going to be us sat here looking at each other.
That's how I'm feeling about Thursday. That's why I'm going to try and get a co-host just in case nobody wants to come on and bring up
Yeah.
any
So,
topics and don't want to be sat there for an hour like, hi guys, it's just me. So yeah.
what time is it on Thursday again in UK?
It's a very good question.
You said
I
10,
believe
wasn't it? 10
10
p.m.
p.m. Yeah, 10 till 11. It'll be a short 1 hour show like this. Hopefully, people have had a few drinks. They can jump on and just bring up some topics they fancy.
Yeah, I'll be in chat myself. I probably won't be. I might just jump in and ask a question, but I'll not be like co-hosting. I'm going to enjoy not having to do it for a change. It's really nice to not take a back seat and not do something for a change. So yeah, everyone check that out. We'll share it all on Twitter later. It's already up there, but you can. We'll repost it. We'll schedule it and everything on YouTube later. So it's good to go. And a big thank you to all you awesome people for turning up. And yeah, like I say, we'll see you for the full show Saturday, 8 p.m. GMT. I think it's 12 Pacific, 3 Eastern, something like that.
Sounds
Maybe
good to
not.
me.
Something
Yeah.
like that. We've got a couple of good giveaways. We've got a copy of Asteroids Remastered or whatever it's called, and some card game for Xbox. And we have got Kingdoms of Amalur remastered as well, or reforged, including the DLC. So they'll all be getting given away on Saturday's show, sort of like a bumper New Year's episode. So make sure you tune in. Let us know in the comments on Twitter as well what you thought of this show, what you want to see us change for next week. And we will see you soon.
Bye all.
Bye.